The next wave of electric cars is coming, and some of what is about to hit US dealerships is genuinely unlike anything we have seen before. A Mercedes flagship that can add 200 miles in 10 minutes. A Rivian that starts under $50,000. A BMW that just won World Car of the Year. And an electric Ferrari. Today on Nick's Car Review, we are counting down the top 10 most exciting upcoming electric cars coming to the US market right now. Let's get into it. Kicking off the list at number 10 is one that just made its North American debut at the New York Auto Show earlier this month. The Kia EV3. And this car matters for one very important reason. It is Kia's most affordable EV ever, and it is coming to America for the first time later this year. Kia has confirmed it will introduce the EV3 in the US in late 2026. The car features a nearly 30-inch display layout with dual 12.3-inch screens and a 5-inch climate display. Two battery packs are available, 58.3 kilowatt hours and 81.4 kilowatt hours. Kia estimates up to 320 miles of range and says 10 to 80%. DC fast charging can take as little as 29 minutes. 320 miles of range at an expected price of around $33,000 to $38,000 puts the EV3 right in the sweet spot for mainstream American buyers. Think of it as the compact, affordable sibling to the EV6 and EV9, sharing the same Kia design, DNA, and technology, but at a price point that opens the brand up to a completely new group of buyers. The EV3 is genuinely one of the most anticipated, affordable EVs coming to America this year. Number 9 is one that Rivian fans have been waiting for ever since the brand was founded. The Rivian R2. And unlike a lot of vehicles on this list that are further out on the horizon, the R2 is essentially here right now, with the performance trim already reaching first customers this spring. The Rivian R2 Performance starts at $48,490 and is on sale now in spring 2026. The R2 Premium follows in late 2026, and the standard trim arrives in 2027. Why does this matter so much? Because the original Rivian R1S and R1T, incredible vehicles, have always started at over $75,000. The R2 brings everything that makes Rivian special: the adventure-ready character, the clever storage, the genuine off-road capability, the premium interior feel, down to a price point that starts under $50,000. That is a genuinely significant moment for the brand. The R2 is smaller than the R1S, but it is still a proper Rivian in every way that counts. For buyers who have been watching Rivian from the sidelines and waiting for a version they could actually afford, the R2 is that moment. It is finally here. Number 8 is the car that just won the most prestigious automotive award in the entire world, the BMW iX3. And if that alone does not get your attention, then the specs absolutely will. Because this is not just an award-winning car on paper, it is a genuinely revolutionary step forward for BMW as an electric brand. The 2027 BMW iX3 is not just an electric version of the small X3 SUV. It is a fresh start for BMW's EVs entirely, riding on a new platform specifically designed for electric vehicles that will underpin future models. Its BMW estimated 400 miles of driving range places the iX3 among the highest range EVs in production, and its 800-volt architecture enables a 400 kilowatt maximum charging rate, giving it the ability to add roughly 175 miles of range in just 10 minutes. 10 minutes for 175 miles. That is a number that changes how you think about road trips in an electric car. You stop for a coffee, you come back, you have added enough range to drive from Los Angeles to San Diego twice over. That kind of charging speed fundamentally removes one of the last remaining arguments against going electric for long-distance drivers. The iX3 is also a thoroughly connected car with a new operating system, a redesigned display layout featuring a giant 17.9-inch central touchscreen and in-car assistance designed to learn user preferences over time. And remember, this car just won the 2026 World Car of the Year award, chosen by 98 automotive journalists from around the world out of 58 competing vehicles. That kind of recognition does not happen by accident. The BMW iX3, arriving in US dealerships in mid-2026, is one of the most genuinely exciting electric debuts of the entire year. Number 7 is one that has been flying under the radar for a lot of people, and that is a mistake, because the Volvo EX60 is shaping up to be one of the most compelling new EVs of 2026. Volvo has been quietly building toward this moment for years, and the EX60 represents the brand's most important electric launch yet. The Volvo EX60 is a 2-row all-electric SUV new for 2027 and similar in size to the gas-powered XC60. It debuts an entirely new underlying design, new Google software, new battery and motor technology, a new central computer, and new manufacturing techniques. Depending on configuration, it produces between 369 and 583 horsepower. Volvo estimates it can go between 310 and 400 miles on a charge and can add 173 miles of range in 10 minutes at a 400 kilowatt DC fast charger. Think about what Volvo brings to the table beyond just the specs. This is a brand with one of the strongest safety reputations in the entire automotive industry, and the EX60 continues that tradition. The EX60 is the first vehicle to feature an adaptive seatbelt that automatically adjusts based on the wearer's body type and the severity of a crash. That is the kind of genuine innovation that only Volvo would lead with as a headline feature. Not the horsepower number, not the charging speed, a seatbelt that protects you better. Very on brand, very Volvo. And starting at an estimated $55,000 for a fully electric premium SUV with up to 400 miles of range, the EX60 is a serious contender that deserves way more attention than it is currently getting. Number 6 is the one that could genuinely shake up the entire mid-size electric SUV market in a way that nobody is fully prepared for yet. The Lucid Cosmos. And if you know anything about what Lucid has done with the Air Sedan, the most efficient electric car on the planet, the car with more range than anything else in production, then you understand why the Cosmos entering the SUV segment at under $50,000 is such a massive deal. The Lucid Cosmos will be a new electric mid-size SUV designed to compete directly with the Tesla Model Y. Lucid Motors will offer the Cosmos in single motor, rear-wheel drive, and dual motor all-wheel drive variants. The company is targeting an efficiency rating of 4.5 miles per kilowatt hour for the rear-wheel drive version and 4.3 miles per kilowatt hour for the all-wheel drive variant. Lucid says the Cosmos will add up to 200 miles of range in just 14 minutes. Production begins in late 2026, with US deliveries following in 2027, priced at under $50,000 in the base configuration. 200 miles in 14 minutes. That charging speed is genuinely in a class of its own. To put that in perspective, most EVs on the market today take 20 to 30 minutes to add that much range. Lucid is doing it in 14. And they are bringing that technology into a mid-size SUV at a price point that puts it directly against the Tesla Model Y, a car that currently owns the electric SUV segment more completely than almost any vehicle owns any segment in the entire automotive industry. Now here is the really interesting part. Lucid's efficiency technology means the Cosmos should deliver exceptional real-world range, even with a smaller battery than competitors, because it simply uses less energy to cover the same distance. That translates directly into lower electricity costs for owners every single month for the entire life of the vehicle. The Lucid Cosmos in 2027 could be one of the most important EV launches in recent memory. Keep a very close eye on this one. Number 5 is actually available right now at select dealerships, and it is already turning heads in a major way. The all-new Mercedes CLA Electric. And this car deserves serious attention because Mercedes has pulled off something genuinely difficult here. They built an entry-level EV that feels anything but entry-level. The new Mercedes CLA 250 Plus is priced starting at under $50,000 and delivers an impressive EPA estimated range of over 370 miles. It is stylish, drives and rides very well, and could lure many buyers into their first Mercedes as well as their first electric car. One standout feature is dual charging ports side by side, allowing use of any kind of public charging station. The CLA is built on Mercedes' new MMA platform and features an 800-volt architecture, enabling charging at up to 320 kilowatts, promising a maximum restoration of 186 miles range in just 10 minutes. The aerodynamic body achieves a drag coefficient of 0.21, while a heat pump improves cold weather efficiency. And the interior is genuinely stunning for this price point. Mercedes has brought their super screen technology, a wide glass panel, housing 3 separate displays into what is now their most affordable electric vehicle. You are getting a legitimate Mercedes-Benz interior experience, over 370 miles of range, 800-volt ultra-fast charging, and a starting price under $50,000. The CLA EV is already in dealerships, and it is making a very strong first impression. If you are in the market for a premium electric sedan right now, this needs to be on your test drive list immediately. Number 4 is for the driving enthusiasts. The people who look at most electric cars and think, yeah, the range is great, yeah, the tech is impressive, but where is the soul? Where is the feeling? Well, Porsche just answered that question with the all-new electric 718. And the fact that it is replacing the beloved Boxster and Cayman entirely, meaning there will be no more gas-powered 718, tells you everything about how serious Porsche is about making this car something truly special. The Porsche 718 EV will ride on an all-new platform, optimized specifically for an electric powertrain to keep it light and agile. A single motor and rear-wheel drive will be standard on the base model. The GTS dual-motor variant will produce over 400 horsepower. Expect a range of 250 miles or more. Pricing should begin near $78,000, with the GTS topping 6 figures. The 718 EV is expected to launch as a 2027 model in 2026. 250 miles of range might sound modest compared to some of the other cars on this list. But here's the thing, nobody is buying a Porsche 718 for maximum range. They are buying it for what happens on a winding road. For the steering feel, for the chassis balance, for that precise connected feeling that Porsche has been delivering for decades. And if the Taycan is any indication of what Porsche can do with an electric powertrain in a performance context, and the Taycan is arguably the best driving EV on the market, then the 718 EV has an extraordinary foundation to build on. A lightweight electric sports car from Porsche, engineered from the ground up on a dedicated EV platform. That combination has the potential to be genuinely breathtaking. This is one of the most anticipated performance EV launches in years. Number 3 is the most futuristic vehicle on this entire list, and possibly the most futuristic production vehicle ever announced by any mainstream automaker, the Tesla CyberCab. And before you dismiss this as some far-off concept that may never actually arrive, Tesla has already produced the first unit at Giga Texas, and volume production is targeting April 2026. The Tesla CyberCab is a futuristic 2-door coupe developed with level 5 autonomy and wireless-only charging. It is strictly a 2-seater featuring wide lounge-like seats, 2 cup holders, and a 20.5-inch central touchscreen. There is no steering wheel, there is no gas pedal, there is no charging port, it charges wirelessly. This is not an incremental step forward for the automotive industry. It is a complete reimagining of what a car even is. Tesla plans to offer rides in the CyberCab at a lower cost than popular rideshare companies like Lyft and Uber. Production is expected to begin before 2027, with Tesla targeting a price point below $30,000. Under $30,000 for a fully autonomous electric vehicle with wireless charging from the brand that built the supercharger network and has been developing autonomous driving technology longer than almost anyone else. Whether you believe in the fully autonomous future or not, the CyberCab arriving in 2026 is one of the most significant automotive launches of this entire decade. Nothing on this list is quite like it, and nothing else coming to market right now is attempting anything close to what the CyberCab represents. Number 2 is the one you correctly called out, and you were absolutely right. The 2027 Mercedes EQS. This is not a small update. This is not a minor refresh. Mercedes says more than 25% of the vehicle's components are newly developed, updated, or refined for 2027. That includes a completely new 800-volt electric architecture, a larger 122 kilowatt-hour battery, new in-house developed electric motors, and a 2-speed rear axle transmission. This is essentially a new car wearing a familiar body. The headline range figure is 575 miles based on Europe's WLTP cycle. American consumers should expect the EPA estimate to come in closer to 450 miles, still making it one of the longest range luxury sedans ever built. The new 800-volt architecture enables charging of up to 350 kilowatts, meaning the EQS can add just under 200 miles of range in as little as 10 minutes. 200 miles in 10 minutes from a Mercedes, with 450 miles of total EPA range, and a steer-by-wire yoke option that makes it genuinely one of the most technologically advanced production cars on the planet right now. The 2027 EQS is expected to begin reaching US dealerships in the second half of 2026, with pricing starting around $102,000 for the base EQS 450 Plus. The EQS has always been a technologically impressive car. The 2027 version takes everything that was already impressive and completely rebuilds it around next-generation technology. For luxury EV buyers, this is the most significant upcoming launch of the year. And here we are, number 1. And honestly, there was no other choice for the top spot on this list, because nothing else coming to the US market right now carries this kind of weight, this kind of history, or this kind of significance for the entire automotive industry. The first ever fully electric Ferrari. Let that sit for a second. Ferrari, electric, those two words have never appeared together in a production context before. And for a brand that has spent over 70 years defining what a performance car sounds like, feels like, and means to the people who drive them, choosing to go electric is not a small decision. It is a statement, a declaration that the electric era has officially arrived at the highest level of the performance car world. Ferrari has confirmed that prototypes of its first electric vehicle are road testing right now. The automaker has developed dedicated facilities for the vehicle and its battery components, and is expected to leverage lessons learned from its long history in motorsport to make this a genuinely standout EV. Ferrari is expected to price the electric model in the neighborhood of $550,000, with a reveal expected in the first half of 2026. Now, $550,000 is obviously not a car that most people watching this video are going to walk into a dealership and buy. And that is completely fine, because that is not why the Ferrari EV matters. It matters because of what it represents. When Ferrari, a brand that has been synonymous with internal combustion engines since 1947, a brand whose entire identity has been built around the sound and fury of a screaming V8 or V12, when that brand commits to building a fully electric car and races it through testing right now, it signals something fundamental about where the entire automotive world is heading. Every other performance car brand is watching this launch very closely. Every luxury automaker, every startup. Because if Ferrari can make an electric car that delivers the emotion, the connection, and the driving experience that their customers demand, then the argument that EVs can never replace the feeling of a performance car becomes very difficult to make. Ferrari has never built a bad car. They have never built a car that disappointed in terms of driving feel. The expectation for this electric Ferrari is as high as any car debut in recent memory, and the automotive world is holding its breath. So let's bring it all together quickly. Starting from the bottom of the list, the Kia EV3 is your best bet for an affordable upcoming EV under $40,000, arriving in America before the end of this year. The Rivian R2 is already here for adventure-focused buyers who want the full Rivian experience at a price that finally makes sense. The BMW iX3 just won World Car of the Year and brings revolutionary charging speed to a mainstream premium SUV. The Volvo EX60 is the safety-focused family SUV with supercar charging speeds that not enough people are talking about. The Lucid Cosmos, coming in 2027, has the potential to genuinely challenge the Tesla Model Y's dominance in the midsize SUV space. The Mercedes CLA EV is already in dealerships right now and delivering a genuinely premium experience at under $50,000. The Porsche 718 EV promises to be the most exciting electric sports car since the original Taycan. The Tesla CyberCab is attempting something no mainstream automaker has ever done before. A fully autonomous, wireless charging two-seater under $30,000. The 2027 Mercedes EQS is a near complete reinvention of the luxury EV flagship, with 800-volt tech and 450 miles of real-world range, and sitting at number 1, the first electric Ferrari. A car that does not just represent another EV launch, but a genuine turning point in automotive history. The era of electric performance has officially arrived at the highest level, and 2026 and 2027 are going to be two of the most exciting years this industry has ever seen. I'm Nick, this has been Nick's Car Review, and I will see you in the next one.